You never checked her the way you said you were gonna check her. You not that. Again, you're looking for 2 black girls and potentially 3 black girls to fight and you be at the root. It's giving racism to me. Nobody in his community is covering him. He doesn't get this coverage from anybody else. He only gets talked about when he's in our midst. And I have an issue with that. Yes, I do. Tamar and Colonel Sanders will not ruin my workplace experience.
Dish Nation stars Jessie Woo and Tamar Braxton are in a feud because of J.R. Robinson, Tamar's fiancé. Should Tamar be mad at Jessie for saying that he's a clown? Or does Tamar need to take accountability for her poor decision-making skills? Well, let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. It's your girl, Taylor Patrice, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It, baby. Let's talk about it. A place where we talk about the foolery that goes on the WWW. That's right, the World Wide Web. And today we have a lot to unpack here. First of all, baby, look, I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm trying to be in my consistent bag. I can't keep coming on here, getting dressed, putting on makeup, lashes, all that every single time. I don't know how people do it. I'm gonna just be real. That's not me. Not every day. Not every day. I be trying to be consistent. I be like, okay, well, let me do my makeup. Now, real talk, I don't mind getting on camera without makeup because do you see me? I'm just saying. The skin is popping. But what I don't like getting on camera without my lashes because it's giving broad. It's giving broad. And I remember back in the day in high school when you used to wear your mascara and people used to be like, oh, you have long lashes. I was like, I know, girl. And now I look like a naked mole rat. Not because my lashes is falling out, because y'all like to say that. No, it's not because of that. It's because lashes being long nowadays is giving spider, okay? And I don't have naturally spider lashes. So if I look different, that is why. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, y'all, Jessie Woo has come out with the video. And if y'all don't know, I love me some Jessie Woo. Like, that is my girl. Like, that's real life. My sister. I can't sing, so I tried. But that is real life my girl. And I've been following her journey for a long time. I mean, since she was on Love and Hip Hop. I'm trying to remember what year that was. But I just remember I was either in high school or in college. But I feel like I really gained a connection with her, like following her social media journey and just her being more authentic about her highs and her lows within the industry and her staying true to herself, because that's something that I have struggled with. Like, I feel like as a content creator, and I'm gonna just be real, I've been in this game for almost 10 years. I have been creating content since 2014. That's when I first went to college. I just felt like I really hadn't gotten anywhere. Like, I remember when I hit 1K and that was so cool. I was doing the college vlogs. I was doing all that and that was fine. There was nothing wrong with that. But my college vlogs wasn't like everybody else's college vlogs. Like, I wasn't going out and partying and doing this, that, and the third. And I just felt at that time, like, that's what people wanted to see in college. Like, they trying to see what's up in college. They're trying to see what I'm doing. So, like, there's been a lot of times where I've had to tussle with myself. I say that to say it's so relatable because I know for a fact that I could have been doing a lot of things and you guys would have known my name by now. But this is probably the first video that you're watching of me. So, baby, make sure you subscribe. I just wasn't willing to go all the way. Like, I would dibble and dabble into different videos and I would be like, this isn't me. This is not giving me. And so I would refrain. I would make those videos private. And then sometimes I would dibble and dabble in another area because truth be told, I know how to get somebody's social media up there, but I just really didn't know myself. Anyway, again, I'm just babbling. I relate a lot to her because she has remained true to herself. She's made mistakes. She's came online. She's openly said she's made mistakes and she's continued and she's grown in her confidence. And I really feel like recently her and a couple of other people have helped me move up in my confidence, and not just that, but discover who the fuck I really am. And I just want to say, Jessie Woo, if you see this girl, I really appreciate you. But on the other end, I really love Tamar. I love her spiciness. I loved her Braxton family value. moves. You know what I'm saying? I loved her then. I know for a fact I was watching that while I was in high school. I loved her on The Real. I was very sad and disappointed when she got fired or whatever that situation was that happened on The Real. I love her music. Like, I still be bumping her music, you know what I'm saying? I love Tamar. I love the Tamartians, you know what I'm saying? She's a Tay, I'm a Tay, we a Tay. So if you don't know, Jessie dropped a video basically saying she unfollowed me or something like that. I think that's what the thumbnail said. And so I already knew she was talking about Tamar. Mind you, I haven't seen a comment. I haven't seen any back and forth. I haven't seen any of that. They both work on Dish Nation, and I know, like, last year I had been seeing Tamar and Jessie hang out. And I think my immediate thought was maybe that's strange or that's interesting. I think I thought it was interesting just because they were so different. Although I love Tamar, I feel like her personality, like, in person would be too much for me. Like, if I was around her all the time, if that makes sense. You guys see me on here, I'm very animated, I'm very but a lot of times I'm, like, quiet into myself, you know what I'm saying? And Tamar is, like, a loud person. That's no shade to her. Jessie's a loud person too, but I just feel like they're just different. Like, I feel like Jessie is more so of a person that, like, she can turn it on and off. Like, she can live in her reality. She's about her business. Like, it's giving book smart. Not that Tamar isn't, but I'm just saying, like, very educated when she has to be. Like, very, and then she can be real ratchet, real, you know what I'm saying? Whereas to Tamar, it's just giving all the time. And so I thought that it was interesting. But nonetheless, like, you know, Jessie would talk about Tamar in very positive ways. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, they're co-workers, they're hanging out, blah, 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 blah. And then when that whole Tamar and whatever his name is, the white man that she's dating, her fiance, when that scandal happened, when he was starting to talk to Tommy and stuff, Jessie covered a video, or she did a video on her. And I was like, well, they friends. And not to say that, like, she can't talk about her, but, like, does Tamar know? Does she feel like that's weird? And so I really started thinking these things to myself, like, well, why do I feel like that's off? Why do I feel like that's strange? And it took me a while to, like, really think about that. But I'm like, I think it's just because society says that, like, you shouldn't do that. But this is why I love Jessie, because at the end of the day, she's going to keep it real. Okay? Real talk. Real cute. When I watched the video, I don't think she said anything disrespectful. I think it was what it was. She said that Tamar's man, his name JR. I think it's JR. We're going to refer to him as JR. JR was nice to her, but, like, basically how he's just a clown. That's what she said. At the end of the day, like, they know each other on a more personal level. From the outside looking in, we also know that JR is a clown, okay? We know that Tamar's fiance is not giving good energy. So for Jessie Woo to be Tamar's friend, she obviously can identify that. And this is where we get into it. So basically, I was watching a video, and Jessie was just talking about how Tamar didn't say anything to her about the video. Like, if it was something that she felt uncomfortable about or whatever, she would have took it down, you know, made a statement or whatever. She's done stuff like that before. Okay, cool. So everything's cool. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, as she's telling the story, I'm like, that's good, because finally girls are starting to grow. Like, I feel like you should be able to tell your friend about herself, period. Period. You should be able to. Not only that, but, like, you are getting embarrassed. I don't know about y'all, but that Tamar situation with Tommy, that was ridiculous. Just knowing the type of person Jessie is, she's going to keep it real. She said her piece and then she bounced. But in this story, this video that I watched, and y'all can go watch it because I'm not about to sit here and react to it, that wasn't even the reason why Tamar is mad. Tamar is mad because allegedly, you know, you got to throw in that allegedly word, allegedly Tamar's man was talking to Jessie's friend and basically called Jessie while she was on her way to Ghana the first time. That's the second time because, you know, baby be traveling. The first time talking about your friend tried to take my man, that's my nigga. Who's your nigga? Miss ma'am, who is the nigga that we are referring to? It can't be the white man. It cannot be the white man. Cause where is this giving nigga? That's the first thing. I know Jessie looked at her phone like, nigga, like, Anyway, Jessie comes with the receipt. She says, everything or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Here's the part that gets me. Tamar is now threatening to Jessie's friend. She's talking about how she's from Baltimore and all this stuff. And you know what? Can we leave that shit in 2023? I'm just saying. I'm from so-and-so. This how we get down. I don't understand. It don't matter where the fuck is you from. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't I don't understand. I ain't never understood. I'm from the east side. Like, okay. If I was on the other end of the phone, I would have been like, huh? So every time they get to talking, Tamar is hanging up. Tamar is hanging up. She's upset, obviously, blah, blah, blah. And then she asks Jessie for her friend's number. But Jessie's like, I'm not about to do that. Like, obviously, you feel some type of way. Like, I'm not about to do that. So Tamar continues to ask. She asks for the social media. So Jessie's like, fine, you can have her social media. Like, they've all hung out before, so it is what it is. If you want to confront her and have that conversation, so whoop-de-doo. And come to find out, Tamar never even confronts Jessie's friend. That is the long story short. And then I guess Tamar ends up unfollowing Jessie. So then Jessie finally sees it and she unfollows her back. It is what it is. It's just whatever. But I just wanted to get on here because as much as I love Tamar, because I said I love them both, I really feel like Tamar is somebody that is very insecure. And I don't know if it's like with her looks or the fact that like her sister is Toni Braxton. Don't get me wrong, like Tamar can sing her ass off. But at the end of the day, do more people know Toni Braxton or do they know Tamar Braxton? You get what I'm saying? Tamar has been in a couple of failed relationships, publicly. Now it's this scandal where it's like, Tay, I'm not even gonna lie, you are going out bad. To accept a proposal from a man that treated you like that lets me know everything that I need to know. Like, somebody needs to get this girl some help. And I'm not going to say it's anybody's responsibility but her own, but obviously, like, I just feel like mentally she's not capable of doing that. You have to be very, very, very off to think that you won the prize. He went straight to your enemy, the girl that he knew that you didn't like and was seen publicly. He literally humiliated you 110%, and you went on stage and acted like, yeah, bitch, and I got him, so what's really good? Like, what is going on? And so this is my thing. And watching Jessie's video, I felt like, one, she wasn't lying, but two, why is it that women will fight and fight and fight for a man that is not shit, that is not worth two shits, is not good for them, will sit here and embarrass them over and over and over again? And it's like, you let go of a friendship because of what? They didn't have no conversation, at least from Jessie's video, I don't think, outside of that. She just found out that she was unfollowed. How is it that you're able to communicate your feelings to this man that embarrassed you over and over again? Tell him how you feel, cuss him out, whatever the case may be, and you guys have a conversation, because obviously one had to be had, but you can't do that with your friends. And that's the horrible world that we live in. The lack of communication, not even just with friends, with family. Like, people really choose not to tell how they feel, and I don't understand that. How the fuck I'm supposed to fix it if I don't know how you feel? And I'm only saying that because they were actually friends. They're co-workers. You don't think that's going to be weird? Like, girl, you just unfollowed somebody that you work with. Even if you didn't like her, you couldn't have just waited, until one of y'all left the show, or had a conversation and then you guys mutually, decide, okay, yeah, we're just not going to be cool, but we can be co-workers. Like, at what point do we grow up? This goes for everyone. I'm not even just specifically talking to Tamar, but at what point do we take accountability? And I was just writing down my notes about, and I think I said this in another video too, but since when did giving yourself a reality check go extinct? People don't look in the mirror anymore and be like, damn, bitch, you fucked up. I know that I do. I know that I have things that I don't like about myself that I'm actively working on that people around me wouldn't even know that I do, because I only do it when I'm with myself. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even necessarily pick up on that. Not unless you were with me like maybe every day. But to the average person, they wouldn't even be able to clock me on that shit because they don't see it. But I see it and I know what I need to work on. So what is wrong with people? We need to start having these conversations so that we can get better in the head. Because we talk about, at least our generation, generation, the millennials, we talk about how the older generation just swept everything under the rug. They didn't care about mental health. So we claim that we care about mental health, but not enough to really talk about it, not enough to hear about yourself, not enough to go up to somebody and be like, thank you for actually telling me about myself. I never looked at it like that, but now that you say that, that kind of makes sense. And I'm going to work on that, and I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have came at you like that. I was upset because I'm being plastered on the media. I feel like Jessie is a person that's understanding. I don't even feel like she would have side-eyed her for going off, because at the end of the day, Tamar was acting off of emotion. But I feel like the lack of conversation, I feel like Jessie's done. And like she said in her video, she's going to continue to carry herself as such, go to work and do what she has to do. Like, because nothing's going to get in between her money. And that's why I fuck with Jessie! Yeah! It's just the confidence. You just know that Jessie has been through shit because of how she handles herself. And she said if this would have been like 5 years ago, it would have been a whole different story. And we all been there, okay? You know what I'm saying? If you would have caught me back in the day. But my goals and my aspirations are so much bigger than that this is a waste of my time. Woo, child. I know that was a lot, but I just wanted to come on here and say my 2 cents because it's something that I've been watching play out. But I think that this is a situation that happens in the average person's life. We think that we know somebody, even if we're not best friends, we think that we know somebody enough to know that they wouldn't like fuck us over like that. And here people go, just fucking us over, just fucking us over. How do we deal with that? How do we communicate that? How do we move on from that? These are the type of conversations that we need to be having on Let's Talk About It, baby. Because this is not just, oh, we about to gossip about this, that, and the third. How do we learn from the situations that we're seeing online? Because we're seeing a lot of shit play out. You should be having these conversations with the people around you. How can we learn from this situation that we dealt with? How can we move forward? You should be having these conversations. That is what's normal. If you're doing anything else, move far, far away from me, please. I don't want your energy. I don't want your presence. Just bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. But I don't know. That's all I had to say for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you feel like Jessie was doing too much and she was wrong? Or do you feel like Tamar just is going out bad? And let me know what you guys think. And thank you for tapping into another episode of Let's Talk About It, baby. Let's talk about it. Because we always have a lot to unpack here.